I'm Kat, an independent midwife from Wales. Welcome to the Mother of All podcasts, where nothing is off the table of discussion. If it leaks, cries, swears, screams, goes up but doesn't stay up, we're talking about it. It's time to get raw and real. Your no BS guide to pregnancy, preconception, birth, adolescence, wet dreams, wet in the bed, coming home pissed. Who knows? Whatever. We're just going to talk about it. Life and parenting doesn't come with a manual. Well, not a decent one anyway. So let's just create a podcast. Welcome to the Mother of All podcasts. I don't even know where that come from.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's not even in it.
That's good.
So today I'm chatting with my daughter Lowry, who's the youngest member of the family, but probably has the oldest soul, I would say, out of definitely her siblings, maybe her dad as well, but not me. I'm wiser than all four of them.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about being 18. That's it. Just generalise it. And then we'll just chat back and forth about what it was like in my day compared to the hell you're living in right now. So being 18, from what I remember, 38 years ago? No, 29 years ago. I was shite. I didn't enjoy being 18. I didn't enjoy the transition from leaving school and then all of a sudden having to be like an adult when I had the brain like Peter Pan, but you're a lot more mature than I am. I just hated it. I didn't enjoy being 18 at all. What's it been like for you?
Confusing.
In what way?
I think the minute I left high school, it's kind of been the same for the past 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. I think it's just like routine is a big thing, because I think everyone hates school because they want freedom until they have it and they don't know what to do with it, and then they're even more lost.
Yeah,
and it's like that pressure of finding a job and just figuring out it's like your own routine you have to make, and no one knows what that is yet, and it's hard.
That's interesting for me to hear, and I know Dad would say the same because you fucking hated school.
No, I like the social aspect.
Yeah,
I liked
okay.
going to school, but because I literally didn't understand education.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it was really like frustrating to sit in a classroom and not have a clue what's
Not have a clue
going on.
about anything.
But no, but I'd do anything to go back, because it's like all you have to do is show up. It's all like laid out for you. You see your friends every day, and then you leave school and everything's different. Unless obviously people who've gone to sixth form now, it's a bit like, well, they might feel that now because they've still had that routine because they stayed in school. But for me,
Evan went to sixth form. He hated it after a week. He said you're in school, still in a uniform, you're being like asked to educate yourself, so self-education, but you're in a uniform, so you've got to conform but teach yourself. That's way more confusing. But you went to college.
No, I really
routine.
enjoyed college, yeah, but it's still like I kept saying to myself, like, I'll go to college until I find what I want to do, until I only realised when I left that, like, I didn't need to know, I just needed to enjoy what I was doing.
When you were there?
Yeah.
You did the last year of college you enjoyed, didn't you? The first year, It felt like,
it was just
why
like
the fuck
an
am I still
effort,
here?
Yeah.
So we'll break it down. So you're 16, you've left school, and overnight, I will say, I went through that, and I never went to school. I was a dumb ass and just ice skated. But even I would say I probably missed the social aspect, and I had like 2 friends. But it's just been an environment where you've got to get up. Like exactly what you said, actually, decisions are made for you.
Yeah, you just have to go.
And in school, you just can't wait to not be in school and be independent and own your own place and not have to be told what to do. So you miss that aspect as well, do you?
Just friends, seeing the friends every day. Always had something to do on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a busy friendship group though still. Like you've kept in touch with quite a lot of people.
Quite a few different ones, like school, and then I've got college, and then I've got skating.
Yeah.
And then I've got like friends from school that are like just one friend, if that makes sense, but I don't see often.
So you finished school at 16, and then how has your friendship groups changed between, like, over the last 2 years? How have your friendship groups either developed or changed, deteriorated? Do you feel like it's more effort?
No, I think I think it's more effort to try and get people out now, because everyone does have their own lives.
Yeah.
Like, things do change, where I don't do anything. All I want to do is go out with my friends. But I think in school it wasn't really like a group. It's like everyone's just kind of friends with everyone. Like, I had a group of like girls, and then we all kind of separated after high school, and then we got closer with like all the boys we were in a reg class with again, which is like our friendship group now. But yeah.
Do you think, staying on the subject and topic of friends, do you think that girls have matured since leaving school a lot quicker than the boys have? Because you've got equal amount of boyfriends to girlfriends, haven't you? Or actually, you've probably got more boyfriends than girlfriends. Boyfriends, I mean, not, you're not a slacker.
Yeah, friends that are boys.
Yeah.
No, this is the thing, I don't know, because I don't think I processed being 18. Like, I think I'm very wise, but I still have the childlike mind of I'm 15 in high school again. Like, I remember last year when everyone was going out clubbing, and I just watched me and my friend as like toddlers in a play area running around, just going there for fun, where people are actually like at the age where they want to go out and like club, and we're just like running around like headless chickens. So I feel like I can't explain it. It's just like I feel everyone has definitely matured more, but in a way we're all very still childlike. Like, we could all sit in a reg class in school and behave the exact same way we would 2 years ago.
That's the same as when you, Evan and Kellen are in a room. You retract back to being kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would make sense, actually. But that's what you crave.
What?
That sense of, I just want to have a laugh, no responsibilities, run around in a playground and cause havoc in a classroom. Yeah, you'll always crave that. And I just think, I think that you are all still like that, your friendship groups.
No, we definitely are still really like, not childish, because it's like, people are like the age of, childlike. Yeah. We're still very much like that. Obviously, everyone's matured in the way of like thoughts and feelings. Whereas obviously we've grown up in that way. But no, we all still know how to like have fun.
Yeah.
We're not like boring because we're older. But no, I didn't process being 18. I still think I'm 15 sometimes.
That's really interesting, because you didn't want to make a big deal about being 18, and then all of a sudden you did and wanted to party and everything.
Yeah.
I think I'm extra though, and I like any celebration is a celebration for me. I'll turn anything into a party.
Yeah, I love celebrating other people's.
Yeah, just not you.
Just no, because I don't know.
So, friendships then, do you think you're lucky? I think that you're lucky to have stayed in touch with, so like you see that you miss school and you miss friends and things. I think you're lucky that you've managed to keep those friendships going when you never went to sixth form and you didn't go to like another school. You did your own thing. You went to college. You were the only one who did that course. Yeah. All of you and your friend, that I don't think you realise how lucky you actually are.
No, a lot of them didn't go to sixth form. Like, all the boys, none of them went to sixth form. The ones we went away with, they went to college. Lara went to college.
And you've all stayed in touch. I think that's golden.
Obviously a lot of the girls from sixth form we've all stayed friends with. I don't. It's kind of like, again, that's like in your routine. Like, when you are so close to someone, it'd be like it's forbidden not to be. It's like all of a sudden I'm just like, because I've moved out of the house, I don't talk to you and Dad anymore. It'd be weird. It's kind of like that.
Oh yeah. No, I do get
like,
it.
It's like, obviously you were gonna stay. It's that type of thing.
I do get it. I've just never had that many friends when I left school to miss that like kind of connection.
Definitely didn't speak to any of them when I left school. No. Like, when I was working for you, I obviously still had some of the girls. But our group only started to come together like last summer. We all just rekindled that friendship. So we did all have like kind of a year away from each other. Just like...
And then all went to Tenerife together.
It's another podcast.
So you don't want to talk about that one today?
No, I don't mind.
Yeah, touch on it. So you all rekindled your friendship. And then you all went to Tenerife together. How many boys?
6 boys.
And how many girls?
4 girls.
4. And who was in a relationship? Just one couple. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about Tenerife. What happened what was it like going on holiday with all of them?
The idea of like, oh my god, like 18, like let's go on a wild holiday,
Yeah.
just get wasted every night, nothing else matters. It's like you think it's going to be that until like you're in the heat, you're dehydrated, no one's eaten, and everyone's just really high in emotion. And the boys that we're friends with, they're very like, it's not in a bad way at all, I think it's great, they're very like emotional men.
Yeah, they
not
are.
like they're like emotional, like they're always upset, as in like they're not
In touch
like
with
if
their
something's bothered them,
feelings,
they'll just say it.
say
So
it,
it's
yeah.
kind of like, it was more like, obviously a lot of people look at the holiday as like, because we all fell out,
Yeah.
that's it. But I see it as like, because we all fell out, it should bring us closer.
Closer
Because it's
together.
like things like that in friendships need to happen. You need to understand what you've done to someone else to like grow a bigger friendship. So I think it was just like big disaster, but it was funny. Like everyone actually did have a laugh.
A beautiful disaster.
Beautiful disaster.
Yeah, so Charlotte, the hairdresser, said to me, how was Lowry's time in Tenerife? And I said, intense. And I actually said to her, I said, it's really difficult because they're all very open. So it's
Yeah.
hard to have a boundary. So when you've got a friendship group like yours, where you're all very open and you feel like you can say whatever you want to each other, that can't change. You can't have it that way one day, and another day everyone's got to be on tenterhooks and not say anything.
Yeah.
And going away together like that for a week, that's probably...
As well, we mixed women and men. That's another thing that's obviously going to cause chaos.
Well, there's not many friendship groups like yours
No.
at all, really, because, I mean, me and Dad and Evan have said this to you, like 17-year-old, 18-year-old boys see girl friendships very different to 18-year-old girls as they see boy friendships.
I think it's different for everyone. I don't know, it just depends on the type of person you are.
Yeah.
It's like I said, like, the boys we went away with, you wouldn't see any sort of connection happening. We all know how to, like, be friends.
Be around each other.
But we could be friends with other boys that could be totally different.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just what...
Do you reckon you'll all go away again?
No, I would. I think everyone's kind of looking at it as like the same thing's going to happen. But I think things have to happen for them not to happen again.
Yeah, it's all learning, isn't it? It's
But
life in.
we haven't really fully spoke about it. It depends. But I would.
I'm sure you will when you're all pissed one night. You will book another holiday with him. So that's friendships. I suppose the next thing, work. So you're 18. What's work life look like? Like trying to get a
I
job.
don't have work life.
Why do you think it's difficult to get a job at 18?
Well, it's definitely difficult when you don't want one. You're not really like putting in full effort.
Yeah, and you don't want to work.
And I think it's because no one teaches kids like one day you have to. Like I kind of left school and all of a sudden it's like, no, you don't live off your parents' money. And it's like, oh. And then you look at everyone else who's working and you feel like, oh. Like every family's different. Some people like might never have to work because their parents believe in, I want to pay for you for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Where some parents have the mentality of like, no, you need structure, you need to like pay for yourself. But I think that is the issue. Like no one, like you don't really get taught the like circle of
What the
life. It's just like
expectations are.
you grow up and all of a sudden it's like, you're going to get a job. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. And then people put so much pressure on themselves to get a job and they know deep down they don't want one. It does make people miserable. Because it's like at this age, all I want to do is go out and have fun with my friends. But I also want to make my own money, but not in like a way where it's like stressful. Like to me, working in like hospitality is not worth... I'd rather not have money than spend all my time in that place feeling stressed. Because I feel like time and money like are the same thing.
Okay,
Sometimes.
Explain what you mean by that.
Well, as in, like, people are like, you'll only have a certain amount of time in life if you have a certain amount of money, because, like, you need money to live.
Okay.
But, like, I measure them as the same thing. Like, I think me wasting 4 hours of my time in a busy environment to get, like...
50 quid.
Yeah, it's not worth my money, because that's 4 hours of my life in stress that I have to do every other day of the week. It's like, I don't want that type of job. But
Yeah.
at this age, there's no other job you can really get. It's hospitality, retail, or find something you want to do yourself, make your own thing, I guess.
I genuinely do not know where you've got that from. I love the idea of it, but it's not me. I wish I was like that, and I'm sure Evan would say the same. I don't know, maybe was dad like... I don't know where you've learnt that.
Learnt what?
Like time and money.
I've never thought of it. It's just like...
It's just come to you now.
That's just how it works.
But
Sometimes
it
I
makes...
just speak and it comes out.
It makes so much, but then you have got the luxury that you haven't been forced to go and get a job.
No, but it builds up over time, because then people feel like a lot of people look at like kids who are like minted and their parents pay for everything. I know I wouldn't want to be that, because I just feel like I'm not doing anything for myself.
Yeah.
So a lot of people like, I wish I had your life, which is normal, but like sometimes I wish I was just like, just did a lot more. But then again, no one knows what they want to do at this age.
No, they don't. That's why it's so
really
frustrating.
Difficult.
It is.
When you don't have an interest, you feel like you haven't really got a purpose, and then you don't really know what you want to do at all.
That's why it's like, just go and get a job.
I think hobbies are really important at this age. Like, I bake, like baking, or even just playing football with your friends, or going out.
And that's hard, because when you reach 18, you think that, or not you, I know you don't, because you can get yourself into that child, like Peter Pan, I want to just do this and have fun without feeling like a knob. But there's a lot of 18-year-olds out there who think that they shouldn't be doing, like, going to play football in the park or doing stuff like that with their friends, because they're all of a sudden they got to put a fucking suit on and go and get a proper job.
It depends how you're raised, I guess.
Of course.
Which is a big thing, how you look at it.
It's mad that you crave structure, though, because you haven't been brought up in a structured environment.
If you don't have any for a certain amount of time, it builds up. Like,
a
week, like if someone's working every day and they have a week off work, it's like, it might be really nice until they have like a month off work and they're like it's really, I think it's really dangerous for people to be bored. No one can, like...
Our kind of personalities, because we're creative people, it's very dangerous for us to
but
be bored.
I think for everybody.
Yeah.
It's
well,
like,
no, some people
did
just...
nothing and sat... Like, it depends, maybe like at an older age, obviously, when you're retired, it's a bit different. But when you're younger, to do nothing, I think it's really,
it's mind-numbing. You become depressed.
You don't do anything.
Do any of your friends like being 18?
I really spoke to them.
You're like, when you have conversations with them, do you all like feel the same frustrations and the same like boredness, the same like, I don't know what I want to do with my life and all of that crap?
I definitely think, like, I've had conversations with friends where they are just like, I don't know what to do, which is normal. I think a lot of them like it because it's like more freedom to go out and stuff. But we haven't really spoken about on another level. I think most teenagers are happy, like, getting a job, seeing their friends.
Going out and getting pissed.
Yeah, some people like that life, some people don't.
That's what it should be like at 18.
Yeah.
I think when you do that have water. When you, personally, I'm on about you, when you do that for too long, even though you're like a wild child, you become very bored of it.
Yeah, it's
and
like,
it has
I want
the
routine.
opposite effect. Yeah.
I want routine until I'm bored of it, and then I fall out of routine, and then I'm bored of that, and I want routine. It's like, you can't stick. It's hard to have balance at 18.
What's your version of a perfect 18-year-old life?
I just want to, like, live down the beach and, like, work in, like, a beach house. Like, that'd be my job. Like, a beach hut, like, in a bar or something. Or, like, and then, like, going down to, like, surf in the night. And then...
That's the mother in you.
Like, though, that is what I want to do. Like, I just move...
Just want to be free.
Or, like, move to, like, Jamaica or something. And just, like, surf for the rest of my life. Actually, do they surf?
Of course,
Jamaica?
Surf anyway, you knob. Yeah.
I don't know, I think, like, that's, like, the summer in me, but then I do like the winter.
And so perfect 18-year-old Lowry for a whole year, what does your life look like? So in the summer, that's what you're going to do.
I just love to get up and go and surf.
And what about the winter?
Go for coffee and...
You just make me piss, honestly.
The winter... Like, it's a big wooden house. Just like not a cottage, not like an old house, like a modern house, but like just one that like belongs in the winter, and just like
sit and do nothing.
No. Like ski, a lodge, just go and ski for the whole.
Very idealistic.
That, actually,
both
just move to the Alps and ski.
So 6 months in the Caribbean, surfing, working
Caribbean.
5 hours a week. And then in the winter, we're just going to ski.
Yeah.
In this nice little wooden chalet.
And work in
And
like
work.
like a chalet.
Okay. Very idealistic. Do you think social media has played a big part in that?
No.
That is literally just way...
No, but from a child. I
yeah.
feel, I said the other day, like, I feel like if I could be something else, I'd be like a mermaid. I love the ocean. Every time I'm at the beach, I just
so
feel
weird,
like that's
you used to be petrified
my
of it.
home. Like, me and Dad go cold water swimming though a
Yeah.
lot, which is one thing. But like, I just love the routine of like getting up in the morning and just, if I could just go and like surf and then just whatever.
So
I just love the ocean, and that's definitely not social media.
So that's just you. So that's not like, I hate saying it because I'm a free spirit. That's not realistic life.
No.
So in a realistic life, what could an 18-year-old, what could you lot being 18 do other than the unrealistic stuff to like make life a lot easier for you? Because I had to work, obviously, but I had ice skating. I didn't actually socialise very much when I was 18 because I ice skated. I would never have... Yeah, I think if I look back at when I was 18, the only good thing about it was skating. But then that probably took me away from all the other opportunities. Like, I look at my friends that I had when I was 18, and they were off travelling, and I did all of that anyway when I was like 20. But they were off travelling, and they were doing skiing holidays and travelling the world and stuff. And I never got to do that. So maybe that's why I'm saying it's not really realistic. Okay, relationships, as in general, how I don't understand relationships in this day and age now anyway. Like this whole, you're either going out or you're not, and it doesn't work like that, does it? There's like fucking stages to it, isn't there?
Some people, yeah. Depends what you want.
Yeah, so I don't, why, if you meet someone and you like them, why can't you just have a relationship with them?
Well, it all depends on the person and like the problems they have, how they've been brought up, maybe like past experiences have like built them into this person
At
who
18
like
years of age.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And like built them into this person that might have a fear of like
Commitment.
Yeah, or never been in one before, and it's just like the fear of it, it's just like not for them. Or maybe someone's like just kind of put themselves out in that world, and they might have met someone that they want to be with, but the idea of also maybe having other people as well is like gets in the way. So I definitely think social media is really hard, which is what, like, I deleted Instagram the other day, and I'm trying to just, I don't need it. Deleting TikTok after this week, I've had the biggest eye opener of my life.
What, on TikTok?
Yeah, because it's like Googling, like,
what do men think?
No, not even that. Just anything. How I should feel about, not personally relationships, but just stuff in general. Like, people are making money off of like, top 3 embarrassing things to do if you're in no contact, and then people are like, oh okay, or they're like, don't reply to him if he hasn't answered you for an hour, leave him there waiting for like 4 hours. And I'm just like, if you want to reply to someone,
Just
what's wrong
reply.
with that? Like, if I want to answer you now, why can't I answer? Why have I got to wait a day? Like,
That's
people
why-
normalise, they're like, you can't show emotion anymore, like you can't let your guard down, you have to overpower. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah, that's what, when I introduce you as an old soul, there are not many 18-year-olds that think like, well, why can't I reply if I want to reply right now? Why do I have to follow this fucking rule of, I got to wait 4 hours, and you're just waiting for the clock to tick so you can reply and text back? That's why I said I don't understand why there's all this, well, I can't reply because I haven't waited this time, or we're not actually going out because we've only been on one date. Like, when I was 18, and if I met a boy, and I've only ever had 2 boyfriends, well, 1 boyfriend and a husband, I either liked them or I didn't. So I don't...
That's what Dad said to me. He said, if you like someone, why don't you just go out with them? But I think if you know, then there's nothing wrong with that. But I think, like, sometimes it is better to wait, because like, there's definitely been situations where like people think they know, they rush into something, and then they're like, oh, I'm actually wrong, I don't want this, and now you have to go and break somebody's heart. But there's another thing that on social media is called like 3-month rule, 6-month rule, and it's like people are giving each other advice about it, which is why I want to delete it, is because of this thing. And they're like, if you're seeing someone for 3 months, if you're not in a relationship, cut it off. It's not going to work, because it would have worked by now. Or if you're in a relationship and you hit the 6-month mark, if it's bad, that means like you got to go. Like, people are feeding people with this sort of stuff.
Do you think people listen?
Yeah, of course they do, which is why a lot of relationships don't work. No one can go off based off how they feel anymore. They've got to like check with like 10
Chat
strangers
GPT.
online if it's normal. And like, I definitely think it's important to try and understand your feelings. Like, is the reason they're doing this because of this? Like, it gives you a peace of mind, but everyone's got a different opinion, which is why everyone's so confused, because like thousands of kids are putting their perspectives online, and one TikTok's like, this is how a man thinks, and the next one's a different one, and the next one's a different one, and everyone's just confused. It's just like, what?
Do you, your friends then?
Yeah.
do talk about girls first. I can call 18-year-old girls women, but I think 18-year-old boys are boys, because you just grow up at different rates.
I think it's just based off literally your age, not your mind at that point.
Yeah.
Could be immature.
Okay.
Like, as in, you are just a boy whether you're mature or not. Like, I am mature, but I am still a girl.
Oh, I don't see you as a girl anymore. I see you as a young woman, which is horrible. I see Kellen as a girl, because she's just Peter Pan, isn't she? Kellen's my 22-year-old, by the way, for those that don't
What's
know.
with this Peter Pan thing?
Peter Pan, the Disney film, he never wants to grow up.
No.
I'm Peter Pan. I'm a bit of a Peter Pan. You're there.
I don't want to grow up either.
And I'm sure everyone listening to this are thinking, well, you don't sound like it, because you sound so old. In a wise, emotionally intelligent way. And I think, yeah, you're like you're a chameleon. Not in a way where you don't show people how you really feel. You've just got a lot going on. That's the only way I can describe it. Your brain is just 24/7.
I don't know how it hasn't exploded.
Yeah, so you've got so much up there. But I think that's why you struggle sometimes, because, well, you hit the nail on the head when you said, I don't understand why people can't just say how they feel. Like, you've always been able to vocalise.
Another thing that people get in people's heads is, like, if they wanted to, they would. Have you ever heard of that saying? It's like, if someone's in a relationship and the man, like, they expect something from a man or whatever, or even if they're not going out and everyone's like, if they wanted to, they would. I can't explain how many times I've been in a situation where, like, I've really wanted to do something and I haven't, because I'm afraid of how that person might perceive me, or how, like, it might come across, as in, like, in a good way. Like, you want to give something to someone, and everyone's just like, well, if a man really liked you, I'm sure, like, he'd want to be with you. And then everyone's confused, because they're like, no one knows anymore, but, like, you can't understand how a man feels. Like, I think it's definitely been points where I've liked someone, but I don't want to be with them because I'm scared of a relationship.
Well, yeah. Well,
but, like, these are the things that get in people's heads on social media. Like, everything's a false belief, because no one knows what's right or wrong anymore. No one knows what's real, because they're trying to figure out people so much that they just get so lost.
Do you think there's an understanding that, because I talk about this all the time, that men and women have different brains at your age? Do you think that's understood, that 18-year-olds understand that?
No.
So you do, obviously, because we've talked about it. Every time you're like, oh, why is that? And I'm like, well, because he's a man. And why is it? Well, because she's a girl, and you just think differently.
Yeah.
Do you think that's TikTok, social media, that instead of thinking, well, no, he's not going to tell me how he feels because he's a man, whereas TikTok's like, if he doesn't tell you how he feels, he doesn't like you. It's
different. There's all that information's on there, but not even that. Like, there will be videos of people like, he's just a man, don't worry about it, but no one's wondering, yeah, but okay, he is just a man, so what is the reason behind that he's just a man? Like, people are like, oh, he can't reply to my text, he's just a man. But, like, but, like, there's so many times where men are probably sat there with him, and it's like, why, she's just a girl. Yeah. Like, we are wired completely differently. Oh. But that's the problem, I think.
Hugely differently.
I think women and men try too hard to understand each other, which is why they can't get along, because no one can accept that you're never going to understand each other. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, relationships are only going to work if you understand that, like, you can't have everything from that person, and they can't give you everything you want, and you can't give them everything that they want, for different reasons.
And you're not the same people.
No,
like,
completely not.
me and Dad, 49 and 48, been together since we were like 19, we still are navigating that he's not me and I'm not him. So I'm a complete and utter, I will give anyone everything. And if someone's ill, I'm there like a flash, as you know all of this. I'm telling the people, not you. I'm your mum, you know me. If someone wants anything, if I've got it, you can have it. Even if I don't want to do it, I really struggle to say no. Whereas you could be like, Dad, Nath, will you give me a lift? And he's like, no, I don't want him. And I'm like, that's so rude.
Yeah,
but is it rude? It's not fucking rude. He's the better one.
No.
He hasn't had to do something that he doesn't want to do.
To a woman, that's like...
rude.
I think...
You don't care.
No, I think men, like, make decisions based off whether it's convenient for them, but women, like...
You're literally like a 50-year-old.
No, I was thinking of it, like, relationships, a lot of men, if they get cheated on, to them, no matter how much they love the person, they don't think of what the outcome could be. They're just like, this isn't convenient for me anymore, I need to go. And I think it's all around, like, the egos, because a man sees that as, like, if I stay with someone who's cheated on me, I look really weak, so I have to go now. Where women are like, oh, I've been cheated on, I need to stay. So when their ego talking, it's like, if I stay, it makes me feel like they do actually want to be with me, so I have to stay with them. Wow. If that makes sense. But so I think, no, but you will find men who are like women. Like some like men get cheated on and they're like, no, they want to stay. Like everyone's different, it's just more common it is. Like, but, like,
it's just the margins.
Yeah, but like Dad saying, I don't want to give you a lift because it's not convenient for him. But where you were like, is it because of me? Have I done something wrong? Yeah. Do you not like me? That's how women think. Whereas like men literally don't always look at you as like, I need to fill every need. They want to fill theirs as well. Where like women wish they... Sometimes, I think they don't admit it, but sometimes a woman does want a man to like fill every one of their needs even if they're not filling their own. It's like a selfish part. But
did you hear mine and Dad's conversation the other day? Is that why you're bringing that up?
No, I don't know what your conversation was.
Well, he rang me from work and he was like, oh, you're really quiet lately. What's wrong? And I was like, oh, you're not meeting my emotional needs. You can imagine his reaction. Yeah, that's why I asked if you heard our conversation, because you've hit the nail on the head. Sometimes I don't want to do anything. I want someone to do everything for me, feel everything for me, sort everything out for me. But because of my persona and my personality, and I'm a woman, it's just not in my nature. So I just go quiet and insular. Whereas a man will just be like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And that's hard to take when you're a complete person who'll just do anything.
I think as well that's another issue with women is because they know they do all of that for a man. When a man doesn't do it back, they think it's a personal thing just because they would do it. It's because they don't think that way. Like sometimes, like I've been like, if so people are so hurt if they like don't get something from a man, it's only because they know that they do it as well, so they see it as like a personal thing.
Yeah, it's all about
like
them.
When you're getting left out from your friends and you're like, I wouldn't do that. That's why you're hurt, because you know you'd never do that.
Do it
until you understand that like there's nothing to do with you.
No, it's them.
They're not thinking.
Them. No, victim mentality. Do you think you're being brought up? So obviously you were brought up by a mum and a dad, but Dad was a stay-at-home dad for you, specifically, the princess, him. Do you think that has had a massive impact on how you perceive males and relationships and things at all?
What do you mean, how I perceive them?
Like how you perceive men? Do you think being brought up by... Because Dad's not like a typical... I suppose he has grown into a typical man the last couple of years, but... when he was bringing you up, he was very, very feminine. He had two daughters and a son, and he was a stay-at-home dad. He cooked and cleaned. Do you think your expectations are based on...
Oh, what he's given me?
Yeah, like what you perceive, like that's what all men should be like.
No, I don't, because I understand not all men are like that. Okay. But sometimes I look... You're going to watch this, don't take it personally.
And don't worry.
Sometimes I look at Dan and I think you're the most emotionally intelligent guy I know, and sometimes I hear how he speaks to you and I think you're so stupid. Again,
I so fucking want him to listen to this.
Because like I get all my emotional intelligence from him, but at the end of the day he's still that man where like can I have a lift? No. Yeah. And you're just like, you're my husband. So like he's given me all this great advice, but sometimes he still is just a man and he thinks like a man. He's just because he has all this wisdom. Yeah. Sometimes it's not there for everything he does.
Because he doesn't listen to his own advice. That's
but no,
why.
I think if a man's hurt me, I don't think, I thought you wouldn't because my dad never does. But if a man hurts me, I will just go and run to dad.
Yeah, not me.
But I understand that's just like...
That's your relationship with
Yeah.
him, because that he was your emotional protector for the majority of...
I don't really remember him though. Like, no, I do. I don't remember being at home with him all the time as much. Like, I only realised a few years ago he was a stay-at-home dad with me.
Wow.
No, I knew he was, but not as much. Not for that long.
Not for the amount of years
Yeah.
that he was. That's interesting, because that means it was the norm to you, and it's so not normal. Like Kyle, who I spoke to on the last episode,
Yeah.
I would say he's probably the only other stay-at-home dad that I've ever met since I've had kids, if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, because usually, like, the men want to work.
Yeah,
don't they?
but
Dad's just a woman, though.
He is. He called himself the
The
wife,
wife.
didn't he? Do you, like, you are, I don't know. At the start of this, I thought, oh, she's a complete idealist.
Me?
Yeah, but now you're not actually. You're quite, you're 50. Like, Dad's a complete idealist, and I'm more of a realist. And if I
Yeah.
want something, I won't dream about something and not make it happen. I'll just make it happen. So it's
Yeah.
no longer a dream; it's a reality. But do you have this ideal picture of what a relationship should be? Because obviously you've grown up with a mum and a dad, which...
It's difficult, I think. I don't know how to explain it, but I think it's just a hard question to ask, really.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say again? Sorry.
Do you have an ideal relationship, like an image or thoughts of what a relationship should actually be?
I think, like
meet a man, get married, have kids. Like, what's your...
I think people need to have more consideration for relationships to work, but then... As in, like, I think a lot of relationships end because someone's, like, done you wrong and it's, like, over forever.
So
until
people don't work on things.
Yeah, until
okay.
you realise all you're doing is going back to a place. Do you really, like, want it to be done? I think for me, an ideal relationship is just, like, being able to talk to my partner about how I feel, for them to feel like they can also talk to me, and just understand that, like, we don't
and not get pissed
fully
off with
understand each other. Like, we're completely different people.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
That is hard, and it's hard for, say you were in a relationship now and you met someone, to vocalise that, they'd think you were like an old woman, because an 18-year-old boy, and you're totally right, by the way, because me and Dad have only just started realising that if I tell him I'm not happy about something, it's not to piss him off, it's to help him understand me more, and vice versa. But we've been together for like 30 years.
Yeah. For
you to meet someone at your age, or even in a few years, and for them to think, because everyone just takes everything so personally.
It is. And I think half of them don't work because communication. Because people are just, I think a lot of relationships this day and age is full of cold shoulders, like, oh, he's made me unhappy, or go tell him, no, I want to ignore him, I want him to feel
to work it out
that
himself.
silence, I want him to, like, again, I want to be chased, so I'm going to ignore him. That's what a lot of this day and age is like.
What did you call it? When we were in the car, you said, have you heard of, like... Limerence, yeah. Explain what it is.
Oh, it's like the desire to be desired.
The desire to be desired. I think everyone's got a piece of that.
I'm like that sometimes. If I'm seeing someone, like you do enjoy that thrill of someone like chasing you. It's just like, this is normal human behaviour. Like, if you were giving 100%, you'd be like, I'm really bored. But sometimes people like that.
They thrive on that.
No, with this generation especially, chasing has become a massive thing.
Like an
addiction.
addiction.
And being and overpowering someone. Like, no one can actually accept people like them anymore, and it's really sad. Like, sometimes I can't. If a guy really likes me and I think a guy's really good, I can't accept that, and I just don't want it. I don't know, it's just...
You think it's the generation?
I think it's all about what you feed yourself with.
Yeah.
Like, you hang around with friends who are in relationships that are, like, full of chasing, you're probably bound to have a relationship like that.
Yeah.
Like, your nature.
The domino effect kind of thing.
Yeah. Or you think, like, that's what it should be like. No one knows what anything should be like anymore, which is why I think everyone should just burn their phones and just do what they feel like doing.
I didn't have him.
Because a lot of people this generation, like, I'm not the only person who's fed up of, like, dating this age. A lot of people are always saying, like, I wish we could go back into the olden days and relationships were, like, like what they were like then, but I was like, yeah, but they were also hard then, because there was stuff that they had then that we probably didn't now in a good way. But like social media is definitely really bad, because like you got a partner and they're liking like Instagram models, that's just a big argument.
Yeah, okay.
And some people can't get off that. Like it's more like what's the word, access to like people, like for other people now to like look at other people online, like just on Instagram or something, and then that's like all insecurities building up. And
if I had access to phones and social media and stuff when I met your dad, oh my God, you wouldn't be alive, because I'm got such a jealous nature. So if he was like scrolling,
yeah,
like, oh, even if he was looking at clothes and it just happened to be a woman, back then, I mean, I'd knock him out now, but back then, I think it would have killed me off. So yeah, you are right. Maybe that is why relationships lasted a lot longer then than they do now.
yeah, because you think that they've only got their eye on you, where like people now can message anybody on the phone.
And they do.
Like in the old days, obviously there was phones, but like, it was mainly letters.
Yeah.
Like letters, or like if a man was like cheating on his wife or vice versa,
You wouldn't find out.
no, because you can't. There's no location. There's nothing like that. So it's like there's more access to cheat in this day and age to be caught.
But it's
doing
it's
it.
easier to be caught.
Easier to be caught. But like, I think cheating has become such a bad thing.
You are from a generation of instant gratification, though. Britain as a culture are very much like that. If they want something, they want it now.
Yeah.
But your generation, it's like you don't. And I'm not talking about you, I'm generalising. It's not like I've got to work for something, and they don't get like the what am I trying to say? Me and you having a conversation is like a fucking jigsaw puzzle. So they don't get any joy out of having to work for something and then getting it. They just want it. They don't care how they get it. They just want that phone. They want that car. So it's not like, oh, I've saved for that. I'm now gonna go and spend it on that. They just want that. They want that boyfriend. They want to go out. They want to do. That's really hard, because that feeds like an STI. It just spreads. That culture, it does. I couldn't think of a better analogy.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. It's classic cat.
Yeah, but some people, I think that's like phones, objects. When it comes to people, I think people love.
They want instant grab.
But not having it straight away.
Okay. That limerence. Okay.
No. Yeah, I guess I had this theory like a couple of months ago where I said like, if like people, like human beings, like didn't work, they'd go insane because their mind isn't busy.
Yes.
And I said like, if I was getting like £1 million a day through my letterbox for no reason, like it gets to the point where I'd feel so like useless because I'm not doing anything for it. Where like if like I was working for like the same amount of money, like the price would be the same, but it'd feel so much bigger because I'm working for it, which I think a lot of people like chasing because they know that like it's built up that like adrenaline rush in their mind that they have to like go and find someone and get them, and then when they finally do, it's like it's like you've worked for it in a way because it's keeping your mind busy. Whereas so like a lot of people in this generation turn down relationships because they're like, oh, they're too nice for me. That's a lot of things people say. I've said it before, but until I realised not that like they're too nice for you, you're just not ready to accept the kindness they want to give you in that sort of way, which is why a lot of people do like that battle of like, I want you, now you have to have me. Because like it's not, no one's stable. It's like you're not stable. If someone's like, I'll give you my all, and a lot of people are like, I don't want that. Like they've just offered you everything they have and it's not enough because you want to chase them for that. You don't want it instantly, which is why a lot of relationships are all over the place. Like it's not like nowadays, I like you, let's go out. Definitely a lot of people are like that. Like not everyone is the same. It's just like that's what you mainly see. I think so anyway.
Do you think like everything you've said about relationships will have an effect on the amount of people that actually get married and stay married? Because my mum and dad got divorced, which was very rare back in the day. Me and dad have stayed together. We've got quite a few of our friendship groups where people have stayed together, but there's not many, so divorce was quite high, but we got married quite young. Do you think this new way of relationships and how people just want more, do you think that marriage is kind of going out of fashion? I think that's what I'm trying to say.
I seen like a little short clip of a podcast of a doctor saying he studied something, and he said that this generation will have like the worst like marriages, like most of them will end in divorce.
Fucking hell.
Probably just because of the behaviours they can already see from this age. They probably assume it's going to carry on throughout the rest of their life. Because it's like, I think
human behaviour, man.
It's not, if you're a simple person and it'll work, where back in the day there was no phones, you just knew how you felt and thought, and if you wanted advice, you go and ask someone for advice, and then that's it. Where now it's like, I feel this, let's go and Google it, let's go and ask 10 different people, everyone's got a different answer, and then you're like, oh, I can't actually date you because apparently
ChatGPT said this.
Yeah, like, I can't actually date you because I think you're a great person, but I just think like, I don't know, it's just really hard to explain without. It's just not. A lot of...
I know.
Like, it's not simple, I like you, okay, let's get together. It's got to be like, well, I don't actually know.
I think that's where your frustration comes from with everything, though, because you think you're not a simple person, but you get frustrated because other people aren't. So if you like something, you'll buy it. If you don't like it, you won't. If you like someone, then you'll tell them. If you want a job, you'll go for it. If you don't, you won't.
Yeah, but there's definitely been times I haven't told people. I've taken up behaviour from this society.
So that's why you want to burn your phone?
Yeah, no, genuinely, because on the weekend I was just constantly on TikTok, and I was just like,
verbal
hold
diarrhea.
on, I swear I just seen the answer to this question, it was completely different. And then it's like, why am I sat here trying to understand how other people think?
Because I know, like, you want to get married.
Yeah, no, I can't wait for my wedding day. It's like my day I look forward to every day.
But is that because of what a marriage means to you, or is it the actual
the day
no, in Tuscany?
No,
in
but
the
like
hills?
I've obviously been in love before, and when you're in love, it's like this just the best feeling ever
in the world.
Like,
there's nothing
else.
like it.
Because it's like you're having a bad day, I can go home and see this person now. It's like nothing comes into it. So I know on that wedding day, it'll be even better because I've got someone, like, I'm so in love with that person in front of me, so it will be good. But it is just from a kid, like, I think because Dad did treat me like a princess as well, and then you were always showing me those wedding things, say yes to the dress, don't tell the bride. I've just built up this excitement because I just love. I think it's great.
You're in love with love.
Yeah, so I can't wait for my wedding day because I think it's just great.
You're so cute.
No, and I just want to, and like all the dresses and
what
then
about
then I hate attention as well.
I was going to say, life after comes into that.
Yeah.
So you get married and you have all of that, and then real life comes in after. It's not all about the wedding
real
day.
Life? No, I know. Like, Dad was like, don't get married because you'll have to spend your money on other things. And I was like, no, you're paying for my wedding. I'm not.
Well, no, it'd be me, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but like, I know, like, having a children.
Yeah,
and stuff,
if you want kids.
like,
I know
some
you
people
said
have
you
that
do.
before they're married. You
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Did you think that? Do you ever think that you wanted kids after you were married, or did it not make? Because I don't think it makes a difference. It's just another day.
Kids come to you when it's the right time.
I think
genuinely think that.
Oh, that's another thing with this generation. I've noticed a lot of people don't want them because they don't want to bring them up into this world. So many people have said they don't want kids anymore because of what this world is turning into.
And I do understand that, but I think my message to those people it's not the world that brings your kids up, it's you.
Yeah.
So if you don't want your kids to participate in a certain thing that's going on in the world, then don't fucking let them participate in it. If you don't want your kids to spend all day on social media, then don't give them a phone. Like we didn't give you 3 phones.
Yeah, I don't want my kids to have phones.
No, and if you want your kids to be better, if you don't want your kids to get into financial travesty, then teach them more about money, which me and Dad didn't do with you 3 because we were skint ourselves. But I don't believe that's a reason to specifically not have children in this day and age, just because you're allowing the world to bring your kids up, and it's not their right to. It's you. If you want to go and live in a field and bring your kids up and take them away from everything, you can get it. Then you have every right to do that. I think you're a bit dumb.
But I think as well.
Not you. I think people who are stopping having kids because of the state of the world are dumb.
But that's
and
obviously
you can hate
them.
me for it. I don't care.
That's obviously them thinking that they physically can't, that they're not good enough to bring them up.
Yeah,
but the minute
really
you
sad.
let your kid go to school, they can come with a different person.
literally in that one day, you all did.
Dad said the other day, if you hang out with 5 friends, you're going to be like all of them,
5
which is super
different people.
true, which is, again, another thing going back to relationships. If you watch how your friends are in relationship, you think, I should be like that as well.
Yeah.
It's all like influence is a massive thing, which is TikTok is all influencing people to make decisions they might not want to make, but they think they should because everyone's telling them. And then then they're even more overwhelmed because they feel like they've just gone against what they actually feel like doing.
Do you watch your friends and think that you should behave like that?
No.
Do you think they watch you and think that they should
Absolutely
behave
not.
like that? That's a good friendship group. Where you can remember what Kellen said on the first podcast when we were talking about how do you measure success. I shared it as an extra reel, and I can't remember what you said. You don't measure it. You just want to live and enjoy. Evan was like work and career and stuff, and Kellen said
friends.
Sitting around a table with a nice group of friends, knowing that it doesn't matter what they think, and you can think what you want, and no one's talking about each other. And I think that's what your friendship group's like.
No, I don't think any of us have ever... We've never judged or been like, oh my God, what the hell are they doing? I think if it works, it works. Like, there's definitely some ways... I watch some relationships and I think I wouldn't personally do that. And I think it's none of my business.
Like
if it works for you...
Crack on.
That's great. If that's how you feel, there's nothing wrong with that. But obviously, like, you will have your friends who are, like, shouting in your face, like, wake up.
Mm.
Which, those are my... Sometimes... A couple of my friends used to like that, and I never used to like it because it's like you're in that, like, you're raw, and you're so upset, and then someone's shouting, and you're just like, oh my God. And then you'll have the friends that are like, I'll support you through anything you want to do, but I don't think this is best. It's like, it's just what like works for you.
Okay, I've got 3 more questions. That's all.
Okay.
But if you want to ask me anything, you can. Mine and your dad's relationship, watching us. Because we've grown up together, you've grown up with us, obviously. If any part of our relationship, do you ever think, I ain't going to be like that when I meet a fucking man?
Yeah. That's why I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's why I leave
normal,
the room
though.
when you're arguing, because I just think,
I'm not going to be like that.
No, I just think if I could just, like, be a marriage counsellor, everything would be sailing.
Give it a go, love.
No, I think it's the it's just again the trying to understand each other.
Yeah. No, but then that's our frustration. I said to you earlier, we're still trying to navigate that because we're both quite competitive people. So we're like competing. So one will talk over the other, and then I've got to be right and he's got to be right, and I've had a busier day than you, mate. So blah blah blah. I think that's our nature.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll ever go, which is really frustrating. But I will just say no one's busier in life than me. So I'll just put that out there.
Yeah, it's just competition.
Yeah, it is.
Relationships.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be. I think if I could go back and start my relationship with Dad again, that's one thing I would change.
Why?
Because it's annoying. I annoy myself where I'm trying to compete with, because we're both sports people. We grew up in sports environments, so we compete. Everything's a competition. Like, oh, you had more sleep than me last night, or, well, I did more work, or I've cooked more, and it's just that constant. And I don't like it, but when it's in your nature, it's really hard to tame.
But I think, like, that's another thing why I think a lot of things end, because people are always like, well, if I could go back in time, I'd do so much differently. But no one can think that way.
Yeah.
Because, like, things have to happen for them to change. Like, sometimes I look back and I'm like, oh, if I had done this differently then, but I only realise that now, so I can't. That situation had to happen for me to realise it now, and it's what I do with it now that counts. Like, no one can, because you can go back in time, but you still would have the same knowledge you did then, so nothing would actually change. Where now you've got the knowledge, now you can change it. To you is like annoying because it's like, oh, now I'm like 49 and now I want to change our relationship. Well, you change it now because you've realised it now.
Which I'm trying.
Well, I think that's why a lot of people end relationships, because they've hit like rock bottom and they're like, all we're doing is arguing, let's end it. Where I feel like, to me, that's the beginning of a relationship, because it's not all honeymoon. It's not all, like, I think this is what I mean with consideration. A lot of people think love is just dates, presents, and just like being in each other's company until like a real problem happens.
That's how you deal
and
with
you're
that
like,
problem.
I didn't think this would be hard work. Like, love is very hard.
That's why I asked you, like, the big wedding day, you realise there's life after, but you're going to be fine. If you're 18 years of age and you understand that now, then yeah, you'll be fine. Can't remember what my second question was. What did I just ask you?
No.
Or is there anything in mine and Dad's relationship that you would change when you meet someone? When you're 19, 20, do you think it's going to be better for you than you feel right now? Because I know we were like 18's hell. So are you looking forward to getting out of 18 and being 19?
Because I was reading this book the other day and it was like 20 is like will be the worst years of your life. I thought so. It doesn't get better.
No, it doesn't.
And then everyone was like, when you're 30, it's great. And I was like,
it is. God. And 40, and I can't fucking wait to be 50 next year.
I think well, how long do you have in school? 4 to 16?
4 to 16 or 4 to 18. Yeah. Most people stay on, don't they, in sixth form? And in England, you have to stay on till you're 18, actually.
So that's like 14 or 12 years of your life. And then, like, if you look at it as, like, you've got to spend 14 years in school, and then the ages 18, 19, and 20, that's only 3. And it's like you feel so much more in 3 years than you ever did in 14 because you were always doing the same thing.
You blow my mind.
No, but, like, it's such a hard age to be because no one, like, you think you need to know what you want to do, where actually no one has a clue what they want to do.
Absolutely not.
It's that pressure because you're like, because I think when you're in school, I think the teachers should stop saying, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because you leave school and you're like, well, I'm not that thing I wanted to be. Because, you probably will get there in, like, another 10 years. It's not like, oh, I'll pass my GCSEs and I can leave and be this thing I want to be. It's like, no, you still have to work for that when you leave school. No one's just helping you do it. It's in your own favour to do it now.
It frustrates me when Kellen definitely don't think like it. But when you and Evan are like, I should be at a certain place or... you swing. You're like, well, no, I don't have to because I just want fun, but what do I want to do?
Yeah.
You weren't brought up like that because I didn't go into midwifery till I was 30 and Dad still doesn't know what he wants to do. So take the wheels off, like that pressure that you get from everyone else. Don't ever feel like you have to have it at home.
Yeah. I think
there's pressure to get a job, whatever that looks like, but not a career. Well, because you could start a career at any time.
I think that when you're in a job, you think, like, oh, I want to be in a career. I want to be making money off something that I want to do. And when you don't know what that is, that's why a lot of people fall really depressed. Because they don't, like, when you have no interest in anything, you're literally just, like, just sit at home, go out, get drunk, come home. Because it's like... there's no interest. Like I've always wanted to go back into skating, but the older I've gotten, I've definitely lost more motivation for that sport because I haven't been in it for so long. But that's always been my interest, just going back skating. Like that's my Roman Empire thing about every day.
That's what you should
That's
do,
all
then.
I want to do. But some people literally don't have anything they want to do, and then they're even more like they beat themselves up more about it because they feel like they should know, which like. One day it will just come to you.
Absolutely. I had 58 jobs. I've cleaned toilets, sold pens over the phone.
What?
Yeah, I've done so many different jobs, and they all come with their own fun. Every single one. I mean, I went to work once, didn't like the job, and left. I'd go to British Gas. I worked in British Gas and I answered the phone. If I didn't like the tone of the woman's voice on the other end that was asking me how much your bill was, I'd hang up. I was vile. And then I'd go on my lunch, get drunk and not go back. Like, everyone navigates their working life completely different, but you do need purpose. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a job. Your purpose could be anything.
No, that's true. I looked at this guy the other day and he said this generation has the worst mental health. And that is another thing with jobs. I don't think sometimes I've always thought like when parents are giving their teenagers grief, I thought, but you were a teenager once, so surely you understand how I feel. But then I realised actually like it's super different being a teenager in this generation than back then. Not in all ways.
No, but it is.
But I don't think parents realise how hard it is for kids to get a job because, like, I wanted to apply for a little shop and they were like, you're not even closely aligned with what we want. And I'm like, sorry? Like, who are you to speak to me like that?
Yeah.
Like, all I need to do is serve customers. I'm a nice person. Like, I can listen and stuff. So what's the problem? We're like, there's so much pressure now. Like, if you don't have this, and this, you can't get a job.
Yeah, and it's frustrating.
It makes people feel even more little because I'm sat here like, why can't I get a job?
And then you go to those kind of shops and the person sat behind the till's got one tuss, can barely speak. And it's like, how the fuck did you get a job and my daughter can't get a job? It's frustrating. And it's because everything, all those job applications are put into a system and you have to tick certain boxes.
Yeah.
But that's another podcast.
Yeah.
Because we could talk about that all day. I won't ask you my 3 questions because you answered them on the first podcast. But I want you, what's the one piece of advice you would give a 16-year-old? I was going to say 18-year-old, but I'm saying 16-year-old now because you're wise. You're 18.
16.
A 16-year-old just leaving school.
I thought that it's normal to like fall down.
Yeah.
Like you're not lost. It was meant to happen anyway.
Oh, you need your own show.
No, I'm not getting my own. This is the thing. I don't want to be known. I want no one to know anything about me.
And you come on here with your mother. Do you want to know what my piece of advice is?
For a 16-year-old.
No, just for everyone.
Yeah.
Never trust a fart.
Sorry.
Never trust a fart.
Sounded like a fart.
I know, because you could fart and you think, oh, that's safe and it's runny. You could literally just shit yourself at any given moment.
So you really had some experiences with that.
Oh yeah, plenty.
No, I think
that's how we're so different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really disgusting.
It's not.
That's right. That's where I get that from.
But you
Dad,
remember
though.
that now.
Remember what?
If you go to fart and you think, oh, can I trust it? No. My mum said no.
So what are you meant to do in that moment though? Because it's gonna happen anyway.
Hold it in.
But then that's stopping everyone in the world from farting because they're too afraid. We're actually just giving worse advice.
This is
to
you
everyone.
over-analysing.
But
Instead of enjoying the fact that I said something funny, you're like, yeah, but what if?
Okay, sorry, sorry.
Never trust a fart. That's my piece of advice. And we'll end there. Thank you. Should we go and get a glass of wine?
Yeah.
Fab.